everyone, welcome back to another episode. This one is a little bit touchy, so let's try to go over this. Let's start off by saying I am not a supporter of Andrew Gillum. During the so Andrew Gillum, first of all, before I even go there, um, so he was the mayor in a little town. I think it's called Tallahassee in Florida. That's where he first came into the scene, and then he ran for governor of Florida, and he came really close to winning. So he came super close to winning, and I don't really care for. I didn't care for him. Didn't care for his opponent. Would I have rather him win instead? If you would have asked me that, I mean, I don't know, when he was running, I would say possibly. However, now I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure. So let's get into it. So there's reports that's coming out. So a few days back, I'm not sure of the exact date, Andrew Gillum was found in a hotel room with a male escort, and allegedly, also allegedly, there was reports that there was meth in the room. They found baggies of the drug, allegedly, and allegedly as well that Andrew Gillum was under the influence. There's reports of originally the reports came out and it said there was two men, so a younger white male escort, and then an older, I believe, Hispanic male. Now I'm not sure where the Hispanic older guy plays into the scenario or the situation. I don't know. I've seen so many different reports, but the ones that seem to be consistent throughout the reporting is that Andrew Gillum and this male escort. Now, if you go and you can search for yourself, there's also pictures with Andrew Gillum, I believe earlier on in Miami with this male escort on a boat, and the pictures kind of speak for themselves. I guess I don't know if it changes your mind when you have the context of what's happening. So then when you look at the picture, it kind of like, whoa, what's going on? Now, if I have seen that picture prior to the incident taking place, would I have viewed it the same way? I cannot say for certain, one way or another. I might have just looked at it prior to knowing the information to the crazy night that he had and not thought anything of it. However, now, I guess with the context of knowing that he's an escort and that they were in a hotel room together with, allegedly sex fueling drugs, and who knows, what they were getting into. Andrew Gillum put out a statement, and in the statement he addressed that he does not do drugs, etc., etc. However, Andrew, this is really not the biggest issue at hand. Is doing drugs and being in a hotel room, and is that an issue? Yeah, of course it is an issue. But in the end of the day, there's a lot of people that end up, getting involved with drugs, and then they end up going to rehab, and people still root for them. They can look past it. This is the United States. We have the biggest freaking opiate epidemics. We had the crack epidemic. So it's not something that people were just like, oh, how dare you ever be addicted to anything. Like, I think most people understand that addiction happens and it can be addressed as long as you're committed to it. The biggest of the issues is the fact that you are a married man. And when you presented yourself during the race, especially for the governor race, you presented as a man of, you gave us all the flapping of the gums about, oh, God, and the church, and I'm a family man. You had, photo ops with your wife, with your kids, etc., etc. So that is the bigger issue. And then a lot of people are going to be like, oh, he's being shamed because he's gay. People are coming after him because he's a gay man, and the black community hates gay people. No, we're not going to go there with this one. Now, I'm not even gonna listen to it. If you have something to say about it, save it. It's not about being gay. That is not even the subject at hand. The subject at hand is that you are married to this woman, and if you're married to this woman and you're giving us your sermon about being a man of God and how you're supposed to love your wife and stand by her and this and that, you cannot in that same instance also be allegedly, frequenting hotels with male escorts, engaging in drug use and doing the most. Like, those two things do not coincide together. I am so sorry about that. It just doesn't. So it has nothing to do with being gay. It has nothing to do with being black. It has nothing to do with the black community. It has everything to do with Andrew Gillum and his character. Andrew Gillum is a contributor to CNN, as they all become. As soon as somebody, I don't know why you lose a raise, and then you get, I don't know, like rewarded with a job. I'm not understanding that at all. I just don't get it. I mean, a loser is a loser is a loser. And then why do we have loser commentators that lost their races on CNN advising candidates how to win their race? That makes no sense at all. If you couldn't win your own damn race, then how are you going to help somebody else win their race? Can you make it make sense, please? Anyways, I digress. Andrew Gillum I don't see a way out of this one. Before this happened, I could say that, he was being prepped by the Democrat establishment so he can hold some sort of, place in the Democratic Party. But you know how the Democrats are. They do not stand by their own. They're quick to throw each other under the bus, and they cannot stand for themselves to save their life. But however, they would hurt the people that vote for them every step of the way, downgrade them, belittle them, not stand up for their rights. But that's just how they roll. In the end of the day, I would say both parties, honestly. Then I don't see any party for the people itself. In the end of the day, it seems like it's about us. We're in it to make our money and get the money from our donors, and if we can help you all out a little bit here and there, we'll throw you some scraps, but don't expect it, because it's not going to happen. Anyways, that's all the info that I have so far about Andrew Gillum. If there's anything else that comes up, I surely will update you. This is not the first time this happens, and it won't be the last. So, I don't know, I give advice to the kids in the future. Please don't give lip service about your family values and believing in God and this and that and the other, when you know that that's not even who you are. Just don't do it, because you end up looking like a hypocrite, and you don't have a way out of it. There's just no way out of stuff like that, especially not nowadays. You might have been able to get away with it, a few years ago, but I don't think that can happen anymore. All right, thank you so much for watching, and please do comment, leave me your thoughts. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.